After visiting the coffee region in Salento, I headed to the capital of Colombia, Bogota. It is the center of education, finance, and culture, and I thought there was no better way to get to know the city than from locals themselves, and decided to take 2 tours, a free walking tour and a Get Your Guide experience food tour to experience the culture and history of the Athens of the Americas. So here we are. I just went through security, and as you can see, this airport is so nice. You can see the whole town of Pereira. We're like kind of up on a hill. And yeah, it's just very quiet and calm and peaceful here compared to the bus stations. But yeah, for real, just a 30-something minute flight from me in Bogota. So the plane is here right over my shoulder and we're about to head off and board. I'm really excited. But yes, looks like we possibly have good weather for flying, so I'm happy and ready to get to Bogota. After a short delay, I headed to Bogota. It was a short flight and then took an Uber to get to the hotel where I checked in at the DoubleTree in Parque 93. Good evening, guys. I'm really excited to share with you that I arrived in Bogota. And not only that, I am at the DoubleTree in Parque 93. And boy, did I luck out with this beautiful room. Get ready for this. It's not even a room, it's a suite. Check it out. All right, big reveal, because when I saw this, I was floored. But yes, this is the room when you walk in. I have this huge long desk, an amazing couch, and a TV that, this is my favorite part, swivels around. And then you can watch it in bed as well. This is like so cool. And then I can watch it right from my huge king bed. And another great part is I was like, oh yeah, where's the coffee maker, right? So we head over to here and you see there is so much storage. And in here we have a little mini bar and coffee. Excuse, like some of my things are there. But it's just so awesome. Yeah, I have storage here as well, but this is my favorite part. Ta-da! We have a giant tub with jets as well, which is awesome because I have so many mosquito bites from Salento and everything. I really just need a place that I can come chill and relax in the morning probably. But then here we go. We have double sinks as well. And I love DoubleTree. Their products are usually amazing. And there's a vanity kit. We have the shampoo, conditioner. I think this is, what is this? Mouthwash, awesome. Definitely love all that. And then we come into here and there's the bathroom. There's a toilet, we don't need to see that. But we have a walk-in shower as well. And this is awesome. Some more shampoo and conditioner. And we have the rainfall shower. This is by far one of my favorite DoubleTrees that I've stayed in. And of course, they gave me the cookies as well when I arrived. The DoubleTree cookies have a secret recipe or something because I swear to God they're addicting, so I asked for 2 cookies. So I'm going to prepare for dinner. My flight was a little bit delayed, but I mean, you know, with great delays comes, I guess, a reward. I don't know. I'm just making that up. But I am really excited to be in Bogota, the financial capital of Colombia, the capital of Colombia, and one of the highest cities in Colombia. So let's go off and explore. First up is finding some dinner and maybe meeting some other travelers. But who knows what the night has in store, but I need some food. So let's go. Great way to meet people when you're traveling is to go to a hostel, bar, or restaurant. And I headed to Selina in Parque 93 for dinner and met some people and signed up for a tour the next day. After an early night, I headed out early the next morning to meet the tour in La Candelaria neighborhood. Good morning. I just took a shower and now I'm just getting ready because I'm going to do a tour today. And then I'm going to do a food tour later on at 1:30 in the Candelaria area. I'm really excited today. It's going to be a great day in Bogota, and I'm ready to bring you along with me. And I'm just like honestly still floored about my room. It's so nice. I don't want to leave it, but I want to explore some of Bogota. And today's going to be the perfect day to do it. So let's go. But first, I need to get ready and get breakfast downstairs. I'm here at the DoubleTree in Parque 93, and honestly, this place is so awesome. I had an amazing sleep. Today, I'm going to go on a bike tour, so I'm definitely having a lot of coffee and fueling up because the breakfast buffet here looks really, really good. So I have some coffee con leche, some orange juice, and now I'm gonna get some eggs and whatever else they have. I'll bring you to show you what they offer. One thing I found in South America, the breakfasts are always bountiful, and there were so many choices at this DoubleTree in Parque 93. It was definitely worth it. So I actually decided to get an omelet, but for now I got some waffles because it's been a while, and some fruit. Also, it's included with the Diamond member meal. I called an Uber and headed the half-hour drive from Parque 93 to La Candelaria. That's for Montserrat.
Montserrat.
Yeah. I'll go there like tomorrow. Whoa. What is this? Okay.
Militants.
Oh. La Candelaria is the most historic part of Bogota and is a mix of old and new, as well as some of the best street art murals in all of South America. You will find this colorful neighborhood to be chock full of hostels, museums, and amazing places to eat.
It was destroyed, but as the chapel is part of the tradition of the city, of the foundation of Bogota, the people decided to construct this replica, this imitation here in 1969. It's relatively new. This one here, in the corner. It's relatively new. Yeah, was built in 1969 and was because, well, this is the tradition point. And another thing that I forgot to say is about this wall that you have here, because actually this wall was built with the chapel at the same time, and this wall is the representation of those 12 houses, because if you pay attention, have 12 space. Yeah.
I like how bright it is. But people were like, don't come here at night. Why?
Yeah. Actually, here is very popular in the night.
It's popular in the night.
In the night. Well, because it's more touristic zone and the different stations, the different roofs of the houses.
Here we are in La Candelaria, and just such cool views of Bogota, and so much cool street art, honestly. But now I'm heading behind the tour again, but I'm doing the free walking tour. It was actually organized by Selina. They have a lot of free walking tours, but of course you add a tip at the end. They do a free bike tour, free graffiti tour, and free walking tour. So now we're here in some market, I guess. And there's a lot of fruit. I love fruit. Cafe. Here we go. La Chicheria. Oh, this place is super cool. That's what I like about the free walking tours. Like, I would never have found this, and the guy's really nice. I don't know where he's bringing us, but it's cool.
We're going to have one of the experience that is with chicha. I don't know if maybe you hear something before. It's alcoholic drink fermented with corn. Yeah? That actually was used for different indigenous communities here in Colombia. Well, I got to tell you more about indigenous communities that was located here in Bogota that was known as muiscas. Yeah? Well, in the muiscas indigenous tribe, they prepare the chicha, actually the chicha, or they drink chicha only in the moment, in one ceremony that was used to create a union inside of the family. To prepare chicha, actually, in the muiscas, only the women can prepare chicha. What is the reason? Well, the muiscas perceive the women as the people that is more close to God, and it's because it's the only person that can give life to other people. Yeah? And chicha was a sacred drink for the indigenous people. Only the women can prepare chicha. Yeah? The process of the chicha before, and remember, because right now it's completely different, for you could be a little bit disgusting, this history, but well, it's part of the history. The women, well, have the corn and insert the corn inside of her mouth. They start to shoot. Actually, the muisca have like a different jars, and inside of the jar, the women start to spit inside of the jar. And well, chicha before actually was only this, was only corn with saliva, because the saliva started the fermentation process of the corn. Yeah. The fermentation before was for 1 year, and for this reason before has 6 or 7 degrees of alcohol. and was used for this ceremony to create the union of the family. After 1 year, they open the jar and serve this one in a bowl. And actually, only the oldest woman of the tribe was the first person that drank chicha, and after the oldest woman shared the bowl with the other people inside of the tribe. Right now, it's completely different.
After everybody got their market goods and chicha, we headed off to go to Parque Santander to see where the tallest building in Colombia is, as well as where the Museo del Oro is located. So behind me is actually the tallest building in all of Colombia, and we're here in San Bolivar Square, where you can see where the location was for the first chapel built by the Spaniards in the 1500s. But yeah, I think it's definitely good to come on the walking tour because, yeah, Bogota can be a bit tougher. So being in a big group of people is a little bit nice to get your bearings and know what's going on. But yeah, it's a beautiful day in Bogota because usually everybody told me it was gray when they got here, and we have blue skies and sun for now. So this is a beautiful old chapel. So just walking to catch up to the tour. They're moving pretty quickly. But yep, Bogota is definitely a busier city than it is in Medellin. But I'm liking it so far. What do you guys think? When you hear, a place is more dangerous or that, does it scare you away? I'm like a solo female traveler, and honestly, I haven't really felt that Colombia has been all that too unsafe if you're very aware of your surroundings. But yeah, definitely a larger city. I think the population here is a few million.
The oldest part of Bogota. But if you are living here in this area, if you are in a hostel here, well, La Candelaria don't have really a lot of colonial buildings because maybe you have this area where the oldest part, maybe should be colonial buildings in everywhere, but well, pay attention here, you don't have a lot of colonial buildings, but actually have a reason. Well, this is I think was one important moment in the history of Colombia. The reason why you don't have a lot of buildings here is because here in 1948 was a big protest that was known as the Bogotazo. The reason, well, was because one leader called Jorge Eliezer Gaitan was murdered at that moment. He was presidential candidate. And well, at that moment, the difference between rich and poor people was more if you compare with now, because right now you have a lot of difference. And he was murdered. He promoted a lot of this idea to help the poor people. When he was murdered, started this protest that was known as the Bogotazo. Was known as the Bogotazo because it started here, and the worst part was here. But the protest was in Medellin, was in Cali, was in other parts of the country. Yeah, this protest, or the worst part of this protest, was for 3 days. And in these 3 days of protest, 70% of the city was destroyed, and 4,000 people died only here in the city, only in these 3 days. For this reason, well, here in La Candelaria, you don't have a lot of colonial buildings because all of those buildings were destroyed at that moment. In this building here, you have really important buildings here, for the reason is that important square. And actually, the meeting point for the protest. When you hear something about protest in Bogota, it's possible that it's here.
So this is the main seat of power, and the presidential palace is over there behind that building. And then we have all the main main government buildings where the Senate is. This church looks awesome.
Want to have agreement with the government. Pablo Escobar financed the guerrilla group. The guerrilla group destroyed some of the documents, and obviously some of people of the government took advantage of this opportunity to destroy some other documents. The people that was inside see some militaries inside, and well, after they decide to disappear these people in this building. But it's theory. Yeah, the people don't really know that happened this day. You got it?
After learning more about some of the tough history of Bogota's past, we headed to Cafe del Mercado for a coffee tasting. I couldn't believe this was a free walking tour, and it's something I love about them. You are always surprised. After this, I was going to meet a food tour, which I was really excited for, but the guide did such a great job explaining the history and culture of Bogota. So that tour just completed, and now I'm heading to go to the food tour. It's meeting at Craigie Croc Hostel. I just passed, there's a Messiah Hostel here too, which is pretty cool. So if you're staying in Bogota, there's a few different areas you can stay at. La Candelaria is a historic area, but you can also stay at places like Parque 93 if you want to stay in a nice area, like which is a little bit ritzier, I would say. We met our guide and we're off. We were having 7 stops and all for $22 on Get Your Guide. So here we go, heading on the walking tour for the food tour, where we're gonna go and taste different regions of Colombian food with our guide that I got through Get Your Guide. And yeah, excited to see what this has in store for us.
We are in the center of Bogota. Actually, we are in La Candelaria. La Candelaria is one of the 20 districts or localidades that we have in Bogota. And La Candelaria is the smallest one because here started the foundation of Bogota in the 1938, right? So like this used to be a river, the Bicachara River, but then with the Spanish arrived, there was the San Francisco River. But with the expansion of the city, it was so much polluting the river, so they canalized, and this swimming pool that you can see here is what reminds of the river that we still have here and supply the water for the indigenous and then to the Spaniards, right? Mm-hmm. So this is the Journal Square, and here we can see the most important visiting spot of Bogota, that is Monserrate. So there is 3,152 meters above the sea level.
One thing I loved about this tour was she broke it down by different regions of Colombia, so we learned all about food from all over the country.
This is mapara. This is a fish that is very popular for the Pacific. There is the potato, the coconut rice, that is sweet rice, and the salad.
Okay,
right?
Cool.
Great.
As you can probably tell, it was quite yummy, and I had 2 servings of it. But then we were off to their next stop.
Related with the Caribbean. Why? Because the owner has family in the Caribbean, so because of that, we are selling these products in here. So, have you heard about carimañola before, you guys? No? Okay. And what is this? The carimañola is a plate that is made with yuca. The yuca, do you try it in the fish? You boil it, it's very salt, you put salt, like pepper, and then you take a piece of meat that is with different, like garlic, onion, like different ingredients, and you cover this piece of meat with the yuca, and also with the cheese. Like you take a piece of cheese and you cover this and then fry. And these are very delicious. And we have a sour cream and also the sauce of the house. This has peanuts, so the people that are allergic for the peanuts.
Trying this carimañola with cheese and fried
We just
dough.
like to
Chicken.
This one we consider spicy, but
So the way we know the name.
Time to try some chocolate.
It's cacao 80%.
80% cacao. Nice. 80% chocolate. Tastes very, very good. Love this stop so far. The food tour is awesome. A lot of food. And we're only on stop 2 out of 7. So let's see where this takes us. Donde el Fleco. Yum! So many baked goods. Where are we heading? Hello. Hi. Oh, and through the back door where they used to hide the chicha. This hidden secret of a tamale joint is something you must try when you're in Bogota.
So as you can see there is the plantains, the leaves of plantain. The base corn have rice, as you can see here. This is the yellow, is the corn.
Well, I'm not drinking at this stop. This is the chicha stop. Watch your head. Whoa. This is so short. Hi, thanks.
It's like a very ancestral way to prepare it, right? And now the people also develop new flavors. So we're going to try one that have passion fruit and green. The original one, but the other one too, right? Just in a shot, just to try.
Well, I didn't try the chicha. The tostones were amazing. So right now, trying some patacones, plantains with some meat or something on it. Finally, it was our last stop at Restaurante La Puerta de Catedral.
From Santa Fe de Bogota, and this is prepared with 3 kinds of potatoes. It's boiled with a herb that is called huasca, and also with chicken, corn, and we serve this with rice and avocado. Okay, this is very, very traditional. It's a low carbs, but it's very delicious. We share this with capers and cream in the top. Okay.
If it wasn't obvious from the name, this restaurant had an awesome view of the cathedral, and not only that, their sancocho was delicious and warmed me up on this cool day.
Because that's the purpose of the tour. So I appreciate so much. Thank you to let me be your tour guide in this tour. So thank you. I appreciate so much.
After an amazing food tour, I was stuffed, but I headed back to the hostel and headed out with some friends from the hostel. Finally going back to bed because the next day I was going to explore the famous Montserrat in Bogota. If you found this video helpful, then please hit subscribe and like and comment any questions you have about visiting the capital city of Colombia.